So Donald Trump threw a temper tantrum and he got his way because Liz Cheney has just been removed from the House GOP leadership. It happened less than a couple hours ago, and she has been removed for one reason and one reason only, because she won't promote Trump and his big lie. Republicans will say otherwise. They will say that this really doesn't have anything to do with Trump. This is all about how Liz Cheney isn't fit for the job anymore, and they need someone new to do the job. But really, we all know the truth. She got canned because she won't spread the big lie, and she won't kneel before the God Emperor, Donald Trump. Like, that is 100% the truth here. And what's crucial here is that this tantrum could hopefully tear the Republican Party apart. Because my goal isn't to see a rehabilitated Republican Party. My goal is not to elevate Cheney and Romney and those types. I do not really give a damn about Liz Cheney and Mitt Romney. On almost every issue but Trump's lie, they are awful human beings that would want to see poor people suffer. They would want to see prevailing racial and social inequalities persist and get worse. They hate unions. They hate workers. These are not your friends, and they are not even moderates. They are not. For progressives like me and people who watch my channel, these are not our people. But one positive sign here is it could fundamentally destroy the American right, because the New York Times was reporting last night that if the GOP did ultimately go ahead and remove Cheney from leadership, which they did this morning, more than 100 top Republicans would say they would work financially and logistically to form a third party, to form a party that was distinct from the now Trump GOP. Because in their mind, it's not just that Trump controls the GOP, it's that the GOP doesn't exist outside of Trump, and they need a new third conservative party. Now, I don't think this party would ultimately succeed for a few reasons. One, third parties almost never succeed in the United States. It's been a two-party system for pretty much the entire history of the country, and I don't think this third party would necessarily build enough success to replace either the Republican or Democratic parties. And I think it's also crucial that most of these 100 people are people that were big in the Republican Party back pre-Trump. That Trump and his ghouls have replaced these other conservatives either gradually, as some of them have retired to be replaced by younger Trumpers, or like Liz Cheney, they've been effectively forced out, or they've left in disgust. Right? So I'm not really convinced this new party is going to actually succeed in replacing the Republican Party, but the hope has to be that by existing, it can, one, show just how evil this current Republican Party is by looking like a more reasonable conservative option, and two, hopefully, if they do run candidates and they do run campaigns, they will split the conservative vote and allow more Democrats to win, not just against Trumpers, but against non-Trump Republicans who, again, on everything from women's rights to racial equality to workers' rights to the environment, are not that much better than Donald Trump. Like, Liz Cheney voted with Trump the vast majority of the time. Right? So the lesson here isn't we need good Republicans. The lesson here is the left needs to seize this moment of division between the Trump cult and the rest of the regular Republican ghouls and destroy them both.